Hi everyone, it's Caleb Coles here. Today I'm going to be reacting to Dimash and Law. I think that's how you say it. Let me know in the comments if I got that wrong. We're going to react to them singing a tribute to MJ, which I believe is a medley of Michael Jackson songs. I will quickly say I scratched my eye and it's all a bit weird, so if you're looking and it looks like I'm crying or something, maybe I will cry at how good they sing some Michael Jackson songs, but it's probably just that my eye's a bit weird, so apologies in advance. But I'm looking forward to seeing this. It'll be interesting to see how Dimash goes with this more pop orientated sound. I know that he does pop music, but this is very pop, being Michael Jackson. And I don't know anything about Law. She appears to be a female. That's about all I know. So let's get straight into it. If you end up enjoying this video, make sure to subscribe. That moment must be so freaky when you're on a singing competition and just the quiet and then that heartbeat sound just make you even more nervous. Yeah, cool. So it's a bit of a slowed down introduction, slowed down from the original version. And wow, Law, I hope I'm saying her name right. It might be Lorray or something like that, but she has a very, very good stage presence. And you can tell she feels so centered. She just gives off this great energy. Dimash sounds fantastic like he always does. He seems a little bit less comfortable, like he's very young in The Singer 2017. He was what, 22, something like that. And so you can just tell that he's more focused on the singing and he's a little bit less centered with how to interact with her being a duet style. But it's not that noticeable. I'm just watching carefully and I can kind of tell that. Yeah, it sounds really cool. And then he has to go for the high note then, which sounded awesome. So let's keep watching. Yeah, come on. Come on, this medley's so cool. Yeah, I love that. She is really impressing me. She is doing a seriously amazing job. Dimash is doing great again. His vocals always sound great. So yeah, let's keep going. Come on. Oh, what's he doing? Is he gonna play drums?
Who's back? Who's back?
Cool.
You rock? Come on.
Come on. That was cool. Dramatic pause. You know, Dimash is also doing a good job trying to sing in English, and I've got to give him credit. It's obviously hard to sing in another language, and the thing about pop singing is a lot of it has to do with the pronunciation and the larynx position to give it that real bright sound. And I can tell Dimash is struggling with that a little bit, to be honest with you. So you're singing the Pretty Babe with that, my pretty babe. You can do it in falsetto, or you can go, my pretty baby with that kind of vowel sound will give it that bright tone. But for Dimash, it's just hard to sing in English. So earlier when he was singing, my pretty babe, and he's got this accent, and it makes the sound just sound a little bit less pop orientated. And that must be a very hard barrier to try to overcome for someone like Dimash, who is such an exquisite singer. I know that Dimash really loves Michael Jackson songs, so he's doing a great job, but it must be challenging for him to do this.
What about sunrise? What about rain? What about all the things that you said we were to gain?
What about killing fields in summertime? What about all the seeds that you said we all set mine?
Did you ever stop to notice all the blood we've shed before? Did you ever stop to notice this crying up, this weeping shore?
Beautiful. Key change.
I used to dream, I used to glance beyond the stars. Now I don't know where we are, although I know we've drifted far. Where by yesterday, what about the sea? Another falling down. I can't even breathe. What about baby boy? What about the day? Do you think we go wrong? Do we give
Dimash had to hold it longer. That was funny. Sorry.
What about sunrise?
That was cool. That was cool when they hit those high notes. Then they just end up like trying to compete for the longest note. What note was that? Yeah, F sharp. Yeah, so right in Dimash's extended kind of note range. He loves to belt them and hold them around that note. Yeah, as I said earlier, it's really challenging to get a really perfect pop sound when you're not singing in English as your native language, because as I said earlier, so I think Dimash did an excellent job. I think he struggled to match the tone and get the lyrics out, as I said, and that was probably the biggest thing. And the other thing was that he did seem a little bit uncomfortable on the platform. I think that like this was in 2017. I think he's overcome that now. I think he's developed so much as an artist. I think his English has come so far. I think his, as I said, his stage movement, stage presence has really grown. It is always hard when you're with another singer doing a duet style. If you don't know them super well and you're not super comfortable, it can just be a little bit hard to have that stage chemistry. I remember I did a duet for when I studied music after I finished school. For my final performance, I did a duet with someone, and our vocals were excellent, but I watched the performance back and we were a little bit kind of awkward, and I didn't feel awkward at the time, but when I just watched it back, I noticed it was a little bit like that. And to be honest, I felt a little bit this way watching this. And please, you know, if you love this performance and think it was perfect, I'm sorry, but that's just the way that I saw it, and I could be wrong. But they both have extraordinary talent, and I was super impressed by her. I've never heard her sing, and she did a fantastic job at bringing that energy and emotion. It's very challenging to try to pay tribute to someone who was as big of a powerhouse as Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson had a wonderful voice, a wonderful range, an exquisitely powerful dance and stage ability that will probably never be matched. So to do Michael Jackson tribute is, you know, very hard, and they did a wonderful job. It was really, really good. I will go out and say I don't think it was perfect. I think that there were elements to it that were, you know, a bit subpar, but I don't think it had anything to do with either of these artists not being amazing. I think it all just has to do with the language barriers, the chemistry between the two, and the song choice and those kind of things. So that's just sometimes the way it rolls. You perform a song and it doesn't suit you that much or whatever, and you just do your best with it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this reaction. I hope you didn't get too upset at any criticism I offered, but that's just the way I saw it. And anyway, if you enjoyed the evaluation, the honest evaluation of this video, or you enjoy any of my videos, make sure to subscribe, give it a like, give it a comment, tell me what I got wrong and what your opinion on it is. Maybe there was something I didn't know about that might better explain what I'm talking about. And as always, I look forward to seeing you all in the next video. Thanks, guys.